more than rather than 350 human beings include visited a monument facility for one of the recent women Planet War II flying. Mary Ellis, who died in July elderly 101, was a term of the Air Transportation Ancillary, ATA, and brought Spitfires and bombers to frontline link airfields. She told she had delivered on 1,000 aeroplanes for the warfare, up driving to the island of Wight in 1950 to run Sandown Aeroport. RAF eminent were amongst such to visit the occasion in Cowes. Mrs. Ellis flew more than rather than 70 various types of aircraft for the war as one of the 168 female in the ATA. Amongst the tributes pay for the facility, Team Skipper Anne-Marie Houghton, of the RAF, outlined her as an extraordinary pilot. "We are just next in the footsteps of Mary and the fabulous lady of the ATA," she added. They had responded the urge and were not found needing. Following the warfare, Mrs. Ellis had lost on to supervise Sandown Aeroport, and her godchild Claire Mosdell said the facility how she had pioneered visitor air transportation to the Isle as learning some woman aviators. She was a courageous and beautiful female, she told. The facility turned on a record of a Wildcat motor, and of Mrs. Ellis, who outlined Flyer the fighters as game in the clouds. "It was awfully breathtaking, one had to aware which you were making," she extended. Her niece Rosa Marie Martin told, she would include been surprised, she was a really humble man and wouldn't include believed the was event for her. Mary was never scared and did fair get on in things. She thick felt she could give to the focus of everyone the wonderful victim members of the ATA did offer in the warfare. She did Mississippi Friends and had to conduct at. Venerable Andrew Poppy, who carried out the facility at St. Mary's Chapel, told her deposit had been vast. Her location in the story of the nationality and the expertise of which she did in such intoxicating days of Planet War II include driven her to the foreground, he added. She became an icon for such looking to their own futures and adventures. She came out of Planet War II possessing made things female never did, she was a lighthouse of which female can make. She after withdrawn Flyer, quick and angry aeroplanes and bombers all above the nation, for the war as plane manufacture and human loss Rosa. The job was invigorating and occasionally really hazardous, she told. Flying frequently flew strange plane, managed by the ferry boat flying notes, that gave disembarkation instructions. She married Don Ellis, a comrade airman, in 1961, and extended to dwell in their conjugal household near the lane at Sandown following his die in 2009. Amongst such who pay homage following she died at her household in July, ATA Secretariat John Webster outlined Mrs. Ellis as an wonderful man. Ex-RAF browser John Nicol told Mrs. Ellis was a really wonderful dame. He added, else gigantic foliage us to exceed her valiant friends in the dark blue skiing.